Hello! It is Thursday, June 1st, 2017. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Purl Podcast, episode 126. New and improved? We'll see. You can find the show notes for this podcast on knitandpurl.net. The Purl is P-A-R-L. In social media, I am One Fine Cow, all spelled out. On Ravelry and Twitter, I am One Fine Design, the number one, on Facebook and Etsy, and I am Doris M. Smith, all lowercase and smooshed together on Instagram. So in the show notes, you can find the links to all of these, and you can go and click and find me and follow me, and I would be so happy about that. If you are new to this podcast, thank you so much for coming by and spending a few minutes with me. And if you find something of education, not education because Lord only knows, if you find anything of entertainment and inspiration, please click that subscribe button there and go over here and click that thumbs up button and leave a comment down below, and I would thank you so much. Also the links to all the things, the links to the show notes, to the Ravelry group, and to my Etsy store are down at the down bar. Okay, so let me open up my show notes here. As you can tell, I am in a different location today and a different setup, and you'll find out more about that. And the dog is gonna cry on me, but we're just gonna, Pete, no. Okay. The podcast has a Ravelry group, which is the Knit and Purl podcast group. Also links in the down bar. I have a Ravelry group birthday shout out, and these birthdays are going to be from June 1st to June 15th. We have two birthdays. We have Lisa 911, who is Lisa, and Eliz Stitches, who is Bets, and both of their birthdays is on June 11th. So happy birthday, ladies. I hope that you do have and will have a wonderful birthday, that you get to spend time with friends and family, that you get to do the things that you want to do, that you get good fibery gifts, and that you eat birthday cake. If you eat birthday cake, or your equivalent of a birthday cake. How about that? That's something new. So I have been contemplating what to do for the summer, and I know I'm late since today is June 1st. And so anyway, if you started something for another group or podcast on June 1st, let's just say it can be counted, because I'm contemplating doing a June, July, and August finished objects threads, and there'll be a prize for each month, random number generator, and the grand prize winner will be the person who has knit the most grams of yarn. Grams, yards, however it's measured. Help me to figure that out. Please leave a link in the down bar, leave a comment in the down bar, and a comment in Ravelry. I'm thinking yardage used. How many yards of yarn did you use to make the products? You will, when you post your finished object, and I'm flying by the seat of my pants. When you post your finished objects, I want you to include the yardage used and in the post, and we'll keep a running track. And at the end of August, 1st of September, whenever the prize draw happens, the grand prize winner will get the Thank God for Bags gift bag, which I didn't bring, and I'll show next time. Sorry, I was all focused on getting the camera set up correctly that I am flying by the seat of my pants with this. I will put a thread in the Ravelry group for this summer knit along, crochet along, yardage counting with the person getting the grand prize in August or the 1st of September-ish. Will get the grand prize of the beautiful project bag and possibly some hand spun of mine. How about that for a grand prize gift? So, like I said, if you've already got, and the dog is here joining along, if you already have something that you started June 1st, it's finished objects. It's nothing specific, it's finished objects. And there will be a prize June, July, and August. And the grand prize, well, August will be the grand prize winner. The grand prize will get some hand spun and the beautiful market bag. Also, again, we have some needle cozies to give away, and I didn't do anything with that this week. So next podcast, I promise that will happen. Some form of that will happen. So, Story of the Weekend Stash Enhancement. As you can tell, I have stash enhancement of the unfibery kind. I invested in a very nice camera, which you can see. I hope you can see how nice it is. I'm looking over here to make sure I'm all together. And I wanted to do that with the purpose of filming other things. I'm thinking about doing a left-handed knitter series and a spinning series. And if there's something that you would like to see, some Pinterest things, you know, doing a Pinterest demonstration of something I found on Pinterest, those type of things. I invested in a camera so I could do more than just sit in front of it and talk to you guys, which I enjoy doing, but I want to expand my abilities. That's why I got this camera. Also, I am contemplating stopping iTunes uploads to save a little money and focus on building my YouTube. So please let me know if you have any concerns, or if you're watching and I just need to do something to make a difference. So comment below if you have agreement, disagreement about that. Also, before I go any further, I want to tell you that if you would like to support this podcast, you can do that very simply by watching the ads at the beginning of this video. You can go to the, I'm hoping the dog doesn't mess up my camera. You can go to the, Lord, I'm sorry, show notes website. And on the top there is a donate button. You can click that and make a donation to the podcast. That would be, if you choose to. I'm not asking you to do that. If you choose to and feel that you could and would do that, would be much appreciated. You can support the podcast by sharing the videos, by commenting, watching the ads. And we're moving along. So we have health pearls, and this week the health pearl is the benefits of apple cider vinegar, or ACV. Here is what the page looks like, the link page looks like. I'm gonna get it up closer. Can you see it? Anyway, there are listed 10 benefits. Apple cider vinegar is a highly beneficial ingredient since it is rich in minerals and vitamins, which are of utmost importance to overall health. Here are some of the benefits. ACV regulates the blood pressure and blood sugar. If you suffer from blood pressure issues, apple cider vinegar will help you to keep your blood tension balanced. It also boosts the level of insulin, thus regulating blood sugar as well. Apple cider vinegar strengthens and whitens your teeth. They say to rinse with it and it'll keep your teeth strong and white. Apple cider vinegar regulates the pH levels in your body, which can alkalize your body, thus preventing cancerous or tumor diseases. Apple cider vinegar acts as a detoxifier, so because of its properties, it will help eliminate toxins in your body. Number 5 is it offers protection from numerous diseases. It has an antiviral property, which helps you to get rid of the buildup mucus in your body. Moreover, it is helpful for treating allergies. It can treat various skin conditions, and I'm not going to read all that. It can help with sunburn. In the article, it tells you what to do. It encourages hair growth. It says to rinse with it after you shampoo. I don't want hair growth because then I keep having to color my hair because the gray comes through. And it is efficient in body weight regulation. And finally, you can build muscle mass with it because of its potassium. And that is all of the Health Pearl. So we're going on to the finished objects. I don't have a finished objects. I'm going to try to put my iPad with my show notes here. But I have some things that are done with the crocheting and knitting part. One you have seen and one you haven't. I seamed up the red thing that I was knitting, that if you've watched, you've seen. So I have to put a button and sew up and do the lining, but before I do that, I am still contemplating felting this because it is, I don't know, it's a possibility that I will felt this. And when it is totally complete, you will see the finished object then. I started and completed crochet on another pouch, crocheted pouch, and this is some Barnett acrylic. So, and what I did with this is I started down here. I chained however many, I don't remember. I did a row of single crochet all the way around. I think I might have increased on the ends just to make it a little, like 2 and 1 on the ends here, to make it a little easier to get around. And then I just did half double crochets. I don't think this is a single crochet. It's a half double crochet until I got to where I liked the pouch part. And then I just started knitting or crocheting on the back, and I decreased every other row to make that. And then at the point where I wanted the buttonhole and I knew the size, I found out where my middle was, let me see if I can bring it here. Made a little, it won't focus because of my face. I did a chain 3, skip 3, and then went on, and then I came back and did 3 half double crochets in that space and came back, and so that's my buttonhole. So I have to sew on the button and then line it and it'll be ready. That is a finished with most of it. Excuse me for, okay. And then also last Saturday, I was cleaning the house and then I went into my room, my craft room, whatever. And I was organizing stuff in there, and I kind of got a little overwhelmed by the amount of yarn I have and a lot of the extras that I have. So I'm like, oh, I gotta get some of this out of stash, and I don't have time to knit and crochet all the things. So I had some leftover yarn from my beautiful shawl here, and so I did some granny squares of the 2 colors of yarn that were left over from my shawl. So I did these 2. I did this one. I did this one. And I did this one. My plan is to use up, and I've crocheted for a long time, but my plan in this one is to, and I've never done a granny square blanket of any kind. So my plan is, because of the seaming. So I decided, since I've seen a lot of tutorials on how to crochet around and seam that way, so I could do that. So I'm doing this. I don't know what it's gonna be. Maybe it'll be a blanket. Maybe it will be a pillow cover. But I did 5. And the plan is to get rid of extra leftover yarn, and yeah, there we have it. That is that. Sorry. So let's get on to the works in progress. Starting here, which is in my bag from the lovely Sheila from the Never Cast Off podcast and the Thank God for Bags Etsy store. I believe I have the angel hat, which should have been done and isn't, which is a free pattern on Ravelry by KF Jones. Peach. No jumping. Anyway, come on. By KF Jones, and she came up with the pattern during a time when she was, Dan was going through his latest surgery and stuff, so, and it's a free gift as a gift from her to us. And here are what I've got done. The yarn is also the leftovers from this lovely shawl. It is Caron Simply Soft Party in the silver sparkle and the maroon sparkle and the royal sparkles. Again, trying to use up the yarns. That's all I've gotten done. And as you can see, I'm not a perfect knitter. And I tried to correct it and I couldn't. Didn't have the mind space. So I've got a little mess up here, but it's a hat and it'll probably just be for me. This side looks fabulous, except for the jog of color. But anyway, it's a lovely hat. It's easy, fast knit. Like I said, it should be done, but it's not. Next episode, and then what is this? Oh God, I've got, maybe it won't be done. I had a knot failure just here. Oh God. Knitting tragedy. I'll have to sort that out later, I guess. Yeah, this is just gonna be a hat for me, I guess. Needles are Addi Turbos US 7s. But go get the pattern. It's a lovely pattern. But this hat maybe was not meant to be. Because, okay, so I might have to deal with that. So in this, thank God for bags, my birthday bag, the Taurus birthday bag, is the sweater that I told you about last time, but didn't show you. Well, I have not done anything on this, and this is pretty much where I was. This is the Simple Raglan Cardi. Let me get the, which is a free pattern. It's on Ravelry with a link to Lion Brand. It's a little, cute little cardi, and you can't hardly see it, but that's that. And, oh Lord, who's the designer? I'm sorry, I'm befuddled today because I'm doing something new. I'm trying not to look at myself over here, but still looking to make sure you're seeing everything. Simple Raglan Cardi, it is by Lion Brand. Doesn't say the designer. Awesome. You guys know I've knitted one before, and the yarn is this beautiful stuff, which is shepherd's wool from, I got it for my birthday from Notorious. I can't tell if it's focusing, but it's shepherd's wool from Stonehenge Fiber, and I told you last time that I fiber mill in Michigan, and I got it because Deb and Sheila talk about it, and it is beautifully gorgeous. The needle sizes are, I use US 7s and 8s. The pattern calls for 6 and 7s. And the color is pink. Yes. So this is all I've gotten done. I've been consumed with other projects, so it's beautiful. It's knitting up so lovely. And hopefully I'll get back to it soonish. So anyway, I wanted to show you this one, even though I haven't worked on it because I forgot to take the sweater out of the bag last time. See, in my other mini Taurus bag from Thank God for Bags, she has a birthday kit. So you should go get it if you got a birthday and she has your birthday in there. Pretty awesome stuff. I have this cowl that I'm knitting by the seat of my pants, just coming up with stitches and stuff as I come along. And the yarn is Cascade Prints, or Cascade Heritage Prints in the colors and number, which is color 31. You'll have to pardon the stuff. There we go. Awesomeness. It's focusing. Okay. I'm using my, it's a US 3, I believe. Yes. Addi Turbo's US 3s, 40-inch circular. I'm knitting at Magic Loop. And like I said, I'm just coming up with the stitches and the pattern as I go along. I was someplace here last time and I've knit a couple rows. But like I said before, my knitting has been, I've been preoccupied with one project plus the crochet pot pouch that I haven't done a lot of anything else. So let me show you that project. In my fat squirrel bag, I have my modified Cozy Schlanket, which the Cozy Schlanket is a free pattern, no, a paid for pattern on Ravelry by Mina Phillips from the Knit and Expect podcast. She did it the first of the year as a mystery knit along. It is a lovely pattern. Mine, however, has been modified because I'm using a Caron cake in the colorway Violet Cake. If you weren't here last week and didn't hear the story, Ted's sister gave me this yarn for my birthday so that I could knit her a cozy blanket, which I'm happy to do because I get to play with the yarn. I get to knit a pattern that is awesome, and I get to give her a gift that is wonderful. I'm sorry, please bear with me on looking in the right place. So here is my progress on the cozy blanket. I was somewhere in the white last time I podcast, and I have gotten to the 4th section. It is modified because I take out, without giving too much of the magic sauce away, I take out the transitions and the color changes and knit more of the pattern, like the pattern stitches. So in here somewhere there would have been a transition, so I knit more of the pattern, and then I go into the next section and I knit more of the pattern instead of the transition. I'm in the 4th section now, and I'll knit it a little bit bigger, and then I will go to the bottom, and it's almost done. I have 2 more sections and the border to complete. So when I'm knitting into, okay, so it's upside down. I'm going to tell you the story. So I was in this section of purple, and I was counting my stitches, and I was short on this side. My stitches were short by 1, and I couldn't figure out where the mistake was. Can anyone see it right now? I was looking in where my yarn overs are here and at the beginning and the end of the rows to see if I forgot a yarn over here. Well, I did forget a yarn over. Can you see where I forgot the yarn over? It's just going to be a Doris original. It's going to be my touch on the cozy blanket because I'm not going to rip back. I ended up adding a stitch. Let me turn it upside down. In this area, in the garter area, I just increased the stitch so I had the right stitch count. Easy peasy. Nothing perfect, but oh well. That is the last work in progress that I have today. Spinning, I'm still spinning the Diabolical. I'm looking at my show notes. The Diabolical yarns, the flamingos on the croquet lawn. I haven't done too much more of that. So that moves us into, excuse me, the Pinterest find. So the good thing about this is that here's my show notes. Well, get out of here. Here's my show notes, and I have all the links here. So all I have to do, oops, sorry about that, is touch the link, open it, and I'm here. Okay, so the Pinterest this week is 9 best-selling crochet items for the warm weather. And I've got to, so there's 9 things that this person, it came from the Crocheting Mom. And she suggested these 9 things as best-selling items for warmer weather. She says that children's purses, and jellyfish, which are these things, and tooth fairy pillows, which are really cute. I could see that. Stuffed animals, There's an emoji snail. Okay, so I don't know what happened. My camera timed out at 29 minutes. I'm not done. So I'm just gonna go on where I think I was. So lightsabers, crocheted lightsabers. Look at that. They are so cool. And hair clips are a big seller. Market bags. And security blanket things, which are these little animals with little blankies on them for little kids to play with. And finally, coffee cozies. So that's the Pinterest. If you want to read what she has to say about these things, just go click on the link and follow me there. So the next item is the Stumble. The Stumble is, when it comes up, my likes, sorry about that, it was there and it decided to jump away. So 10 things I wish I knew when I was younger. Okay, that's not it. Hang on, I'm sorry. And it's not going to come up in this. You know, those, sometimes it does this. So I'm just not going to go on. Anyway, there's a link in the show notes. Let me see if I can do it a different way. And then if I can't, I'm quitting. I went into my Stumble app. Let's see if I can pull it up that way. 10 things I wish I knew when I was younger. And it's not gonna happen. Okay, I'm sorry about that. But if you're interested, 10 things I wish I knew when I was younger, please go click on the link in the show notes. Okay, that is all. I hope that this wasn't too distracting. This is the first time recording with this camera. So, tell me what you think. Also, there is a link in the bottom of the show notes and in the down bar below to my Etsy store. Please go over and give me some love. Look at some stuff, like some stuff. And if you find something that you just can't live without, I will happily sell it to you and ship it to you as soon as possible. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time for the next episode of the Knit and Purl podcast. Thank you.